Afternoon everybody, it is the 15th of April, Wednesday the 15th of April, and I've just become aware over sort of the last 24 hours that clearly I've been out of the classroom a little bit too long, and what I thought were clear instructions with regards to the work that's been set for the children, it hasn't been overly clear. We've had quite a few queries, so I just want to try and clarify things, and I think the easiest way to do that is through a video. So this is just aimed particularly at the parents. So first of all, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this very, very well, but if you went onto the website now, the pop-up link doesn't seem to be working. Hopefully it will be within the next few minutes, but you should get a pop-up that talks about school closure, and then it should then take you to the About Us tab, and then there is a menu there that says school closure, and it takes you to this page. And then within this page you can see that there's 4 links at the top for year 7, 8, 9 and 10 work. All of that work also is connected under the Learning tab on here. It's this work that is the priority. Okay, this work is replicated on Show My Homework, but this is what you should be going off. So if you are the parent of a year 7 child, you should be linking onto the year 7 work. It's just gone off, fantastic. Onto the year 7 work and finding the relevant summary sheets from each of the different subject areas. Now what you will see is that the summary sheets in some subject areas have got 2 versions, so it might say Z1 and Z2, Z3 and Z4. In year 9 it will be their pathways. The children should know what zone they are. If in doubt, try one of the worksheets. Try zone 1 and 2, and then if it's too easy, go on to zone 3 and zone 4, or vice versa. Go in on the more challenging one, and if it's too difficult for them, then take a step back and go on to the other one. Okay, but all of the work is on there every week. You can see that this week it says week commencing the 14th of the 4th. On Monday it will be the week commencing the 20th of the 4th, and we'll leave all this work here, but this will all shift you down, and there will be new work arriving. This is your starting point. The website is your starting point. It will probably be replicated on Show My Homework as well, and there will be other resources on Show My Homework if you need them, and these sheets make reference to them, but this is your starting point. So on a Monday morning, go onto the website, go onto the relevant year group page and have a look and see what sheets are there. And if you've got a printer, or you can do it in work yourself, download them, print them off. A parent asked yesterday, said they couldn't get into the sheet and write on the sheet. They were using a Mac computer. Don't worry about anything like that. Just do the activities and write them down on paper or type them up on a Word document, however you want to do it. If you can't actually do it directly onto these documents, genuinely doesn't matter at all. Okay. Secondly, and maybe as importantly, is you are not expected to be the teacher. Okay, there's so many things on Facebook at the moment, so many like little cartoons and little thank yous from parents saying we didn't realise how difficult it was, or whatever. You're not supposed to be the teacher. What we need you to do as best you can is to put some structure in place at home which will enable the children to do their work. It's as simple as that. So if you can just put a structure in place where they know between 10 and 11 they're doing an hour of work, and between 1 and 2 they're doing an hour of work, and then at 3 o'clock they're doing Mr. Derbyshire Keep Fit video, or Joe Wicks, or they're doing some Carol Vorderman or whatever. Just put a structure in place. The work we set for them, with the resources we set, they should hopefully be able to work through by themselves mainly, but you're not expected to teach them. You know, they are not, this is not normal. What is happening here is absolutely different to anything we've ever experienced. So do not worry. We say to the kids, don't we, be the best that you can be. We're all trying to be the best that we can be in a very, very bizarre situation at the moment, but just don't have too high expectations of yourself and what you can do as a parent. I'm fortunate as part of sort of the school situation and SLT. My girls are 16, 17 and 19, so you know, very independent with all the problems that brings, but very independent. But Mr. Giblin and Mrs. Harris and Mr. Speak, they've all got children of school age, you know, secondary school and primary school, whatever, and I know from them how challenging it is. They're teachers and they're finding it challenging at home, trying to get through the work that is being delivered by their schools or being offered by their schools. So please, don't have too high expectations of yourself. Support them in their learning. Direct them to what we've sent them. There's masses of stuff out there, probably far too much, but if you can just guide them to what work the teachers are setting, what our teachers are setting, that's the most important thing that you can do. The Passion Project as well, you'll have seen that on the website. If you can just encourage them to do that, it's not compulsory, but I just think for some of the students it would be an ideal piece of work for them to really get their teeth into something that they love. Extra support. If you need extra support in any way, shape or form, please get in touch. So if you've got any queries about free school meals, that's Mrs. Redmond, B. Redmond. Anything to do with well-being or safeguarding, that's Mr. Speak, so K. Speak with an E at the end. If you have got any queries with regards to Year 9 options, Mr. Giblin's dealing with that at the moment, so P. Giblin at st-anthonys.com. Please do not be afraid to contact school. All of our email addresses are the same, so as long as your children know the first name of the teacher, which they probably do, or you could just ask me, just send them an email or communicate with them via Show My Homework. I've said to the staff they are not sort of at the beck and call of parents for an immediate response. You need to give the staff 24 hours to be fair to them. You need to give the staff 24 hours to respond. Obviously, if it's a safeguarding issue, the response would be quicker than that. But if we're talking about a curriculum issue, a learning issue, please, 24 hours. Mr. Fern is probably your best bet as well with regards to anything to do with accessing Google Classrooms or Show My Homework. So M. Fern, he's probably your best bet with regards to that. But we have got stationery outside. So if you go towards school, the front entrance, as it opens, there's tables in there. We've got sanitary products in there. We've got reading books in there. We've got loads of stationery in there, exercise books, pens, We'll replenish that every day. So if you need some materials, please come and shout. We know that some children don't have access to the internet or sharing devices or whatever. We've put an order in for lots of books, maths books, English books, geography, computer science books. They'll be delivered on Friday. If you feel that they would be useful, we know some families we're going to send them out to. If you feel they would be useful, please just get in touch. Email me, f.wright@ and get in touch with us, and we'll send a set of textbooks out, and you might find that your child works better sort of from these textbooks and these workbooks. That might be a better system for you to have in place. We are going to get feedback from you after we've run this system for a fortnight, but if you've got any immediate feedback, please just get in touch with us. But in a fortnight's time, we'll send a survey out to you, like a Survey Monkey, to ask you questions like, are we setting the right amount of work? Is it too much? Is it too little? So if we can just, we will be feeding back on that. And then finally, obviously, we're in this situation, this very bizarre, unique situation because of the terrible situation with the coronavirus pandemic. It is starting to touch people that we know, friends of friends, and we do have one mum of one of our children at school who's very poorly at the moment, and I'm sure we all want to keep all of these people in our prayers. What I'm going to try and do underneath this video on YouTube is put a link in. My girls are going to help me with that because they are, I'm going to be trying to be like Zoella, or what do they say, Sophia and Chinsia or whatever, and put a link in, but the link is going to go into some of the prayers. So there's an organisation, a wonderful organisation called TenTen, who we use in school sometimes, and they've given us some free access to some prayers. There's some lovely prayers on there to do with praying for somebody who was ill during the pandemic, people who are isolated, people who are lonely or whatever. So if you, I'll try and put the link on, but they're very nice prayers, very easy prayers for us to use. So in summary, get in touch with us. Okay, get in touch with us. If there's anything that I've said that's confused you, which is possible, please just get in touch and we'll try and explain it to you. The staff are working, they're working from home, but they're working, and they will do their best to respond as quickly as possible. So hopefully that's cleared up a few things. I'm not sure that there was anything else. I'm just checking my notes to see if there's anything else that I needed to say, and I don't think there is. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.